As you can see, I'm repping that BMT. No matter where I go, no matter where I be.
Some of them seats in, some of the front kicks in. You know, still cool. You know, I'm still cool. I ain't busting sweat. You know, that's what it is. Yoga. Passport Bros.
Passport Bros up.
University in the building. Shout out to my boy BMT, man. Yeah, go cop the new merch.
It's your man BMT, and I am pleased to announce us moving on to our next phase, the V2 Passport Bros mobile app. First off, I want to thank all the guys that contributed to the first Indigo campaign. We was able to raise $6,000 out of a $20,000 goal. Now that wasn't really enough, but I was able to contribute my own personal capital to get the beta phase done. I know many of you guys have downloaded the beta version. So yes, we do need some new features. We need some new development to go in there and spice it up a little bit. And this is going to be excellent. This is going to be great, man. You can only imagine the amount of millionaires that will be made within having our own social network. We're going to put you guys in a position to where you can make money online overseas within this app. I'm pleased to announce that we are raising $250,000 for our Indiegogo campaign. Our app of the future is awaiting. So we need your help to fund this major project. There's a lot of benefits in having your own social network, guys. This network will be very powerful. The user interface will be beautiful and aesthetic, and it'll be a very good tool in your travels. All right, so this is some of the new features that we're going to be introducing to the Passport Bros app. This update promises not to just improve speed and user-friendly interface, but a ton of new engaging features designed to revolutionize your travel experience. We're also excited to introduce an affiliate program and vendor shops within the app, creating a monetizable community. Your contribution to our Kickstarter campaign isn't just an investment in a mobile app, it's an investment in transforming the way our community explore the world. By supporting Passport Bros, you're enabling us to create a more interconnected and accessible travel ecosystem that benefits travelers and local businesses alike. So what I have in my hand is an exclusive Passport Bros hat. If you contribute more than $25 to the Indiegogo campaign, you will get an exclusive hat like this right here. So let's come together and make this a reality. All right, peace. All right, family, we are live. How is everybody going today? On this beautiful evening, we have a lot to talk about. I have a few announcements to make, but I'm not going to be here too long. I know guys are busy during the holidays. I hope you had a great 2023. I'm going to do a little recap video in the next few days. I'm going to post it here. Just a little, I always do a recap for the end of the year video to review. And I go across some of my older videos for that particular year. I started the year in Thailand. Then I moved to Colombia. So it was a very interesting year. Very interesting year. And Colombia is a beautiful country. But I know I got a lot of comments. In the last few interviews I did, I posted. And a live that I posted, all right, about Colombia and all that good stuff. So I'm going to do a summary video about why I left Colombia because guys were like, hey, man, I don't want to listen to a whole hour, 30-minute podcast or a live stream. But I'm going to do a quick video, maybe a quick 10-minute video. I'm going to drop that sometime tomorrow on New Year's Eve, explaining in detail why I decided to leave Colombia, all right? I want to give a shout out to my man Iman Perry in the room. What's good, Iman Perry? We got CC in the building. Says salute. Guys, we're not no cam today, man. I'm traveling right now, and I don't have the setup, and I don't want to look all janky online. So we're gonna do the audio, but I've got some music. I want to try some music. Let me see if I can put some music in the background for the family. All right, let me see. Let's see here. Let's see how this works. Okay. A little light background music as we flow. All right. But we got a lot to talk about today. I mean, what up, Bishop? We got a lot to talk about today, actually. In concerns of the future of the Passport Bros. All right. As you guys probably already know, this ideology has been growing more and more. This ideology has been growing more and more. And I'm going to get to the announcements. I'm going to let a few more people get in the room, and I'm going to get an announcement. So these black YouTubers are killing the future for other black men. Kush Seti. Expand on that for me. Expand on that. You're a little in the gray area. Expand on that, what you mean by that, Kush. Says the black YouTubers are killing the future for other black men. Yeah, expand on that for me, right? So, guys, the Passport Bros app right now will be available. The app will be available in the next 48 hours. All right, the V2 beta. It's the beta. We still raise the funds for it, but we will be able to deliver the V2 beta for you guys. Now, for all the guys that's on the app currently, you have received an email. Check your email to be able to go to a link to access it early. All right, you can access the app early, 48 hours early, if you sign up now. Okay, we got guys already on the app. I know guys been clicking on the app saying, "Hey, man, what's going on?" The app just reached critical mass, and we had to move to some bigger servers. And also, we was updating the app to the V2 beta app. So I want to make that announcement before we get any further, because I know guys are wondering, like, "Hey, man, what happened to the app?" We get a lot of emails. We are updated to the V2 beta version of that. All right. Yeah, yeah. You know, people make crazy comments and they don't expand on me. We want to know what you got to say, Kush Seti. I might drop a link. I'm not sure yet, but I might just drop a link for the family. All right, we're gonna see how this works out. All right. Somebody says I'm a black YouTuber, my John. Yeah. Man, you know what? We have a lot of more guys traveling. We got a lot more guys traveling. Americans, it's strange, right? Because it's like a little circle. Americans are trying to leave the United States, all right, getting their passports. They're going overseas to South America, Southeast Asia, the digital nomad movement, all right. You got a lot of guys leaving the state, like I leaving the West. You got just people in general, even women are wanting to leave the West because of all the inflation, the high prices and cost of living. Is a lot. So if you can take your American dollars, that's like the cheat code for Americans. If you can take your American dollars elsewhere, you can multiply your net worth sometimes 10 times over by the country that you decide to go to. All right. All right. Somebody said the future needs to be dark mode, silent mode. Yeah. But simultaneously, you have people, foreigners or immigrants, going into America, walking hundreds of miles, almost 200-300 miles to get in America, right? But this is going to be a very interesting outcome, in my opinion, family. What's really in store for America in general in the United States in the next 10 to 15 years, all right? Going to be very interesting to see the outcome. Let's see who's all in the room, right? He said, I love black YouTubers messing up everything. He said, I agree, Magneto123. Does this need to be a topic for tonight? I don't know where this is coming from. Magneto123 says, I agree. Black YouTubers messing up everything up to make $1. None. Black people did it smart way and kept it quiet. No, they didn't. No, they didn't at all. You are highly mistaken, Magneto123. Maybe if you do a little traveling, you will see all the other content creators of other ethnicities, and they're making similar videos, okay? The same. Everybody's giving out information and trying to entertain at the same time. Content is king right now, all right? Put this on silent. Content is king right now, so everybody's producing content. I don't know why you would say Black YouTubers are messing up. Right? So let's get global, my dude. Yes, sir. What y'all got going on tonight, man? It's Saturday night, the day before New Year's Eve. What up, Julian Brown? I believe Julian Brown has the new app. Hope you enjoyed it. Somebody said a white guy maybe tried to Colombia 3 years ago. We got a little debate in the chat right now. We got 93 in the room. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Now, I got a lot of feedback from the video interview I did with my brother Rob Rose. All right, my brother Rob Rose, the owner of Vibes. He's had a rooftop bar in Medellin, between Parquilleras and Provenza, for quite some time now. He's been out there, and he was brave enough to share some of the situations that he's been in Medellin. All right, he shared his best experience, and he shared one of his worst experiences. All right, and a lot of the comments were kind of like, a lot of them were positive, but you had guys saying different things, being somewhat negative. I mean, it's easy to judge somebody's actions all in hindsight, but even me, family, when I first got to Medellin, I was a little naive. I mean, I'm a, fresh person in a new city, in a new country with a different language. And I just want to give a shout out to, some of the bros, the older gentlemen, the OGs, that put me on a lot of game, all right? Put me on a lot of information. And that's why I never went through any major incidents in Medellin. The guys put me to the side and say, hey, this, that, and the other. You can do this, you can do this. Definitely don't do that, all right? I want to give a shout out to my man, Jay Jones. Did an interview with him. I may have dropped that interview with him maybe a month ago. I dropped an interview with Jay Jones. He's been out there for 5 years. He speaks Spanish fluently. He actually speaks a couple of languages. I think he speaks like 4 to 5 languages. The DJ Jay Jones. So I just want to mention that my brother Rob Rose is a very successful entrepreneur. He's in the music industry, been in the music industry pretty much his whole entire life. He went out there, he opened up a business. So his story was meant to motivate, all right, not discourage guys in going overseas and open up a business. I mean, that's big. And I want to give a shout out to all the brothers that's opened up businesses overseas. That's what it's all about. All right. Somebody said, try Cali. What up, Professor Mex in the Rockera? All right. What's good with you? What's good, Bert Ross? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Hope all is well. Now, I'm going to show this let me show this little clip real quick. I want to show you this little clip, this video actually, of my brother Rob Rose. Okay. Where we at? Hold on. Here we go. Now I'm gonna show a little bit of the video real fast. This was done in the Buenos Aires in the barrio. He had a concert in the barrio. My guy is well connected. I'm gonna play a few clips, just a little montage. I'm gonna play the whole entire video. But this is a really dope event that Rob Rose put on and performed at. And this will show you that even though he went through some of those dangerous situations, there's still a very good vibe and energy in Medellin and a lot of good people in Medellin. So let me play a little bit of this little clip real quick. I'm not gonna play the entire video. Man, I'm telling you, those guys were punching hard out there too. The professional boxers that was out there, man, they were swinging for the fences. They were hungry.
Welcome, Passport.
We are in Buenos Aires right now, going to the boxing match.
Hey guys, this is Maria from Passportbros and we are in Medellin in boxing fight. So let's go to see how is this. Let's go to interview boxers about.
All right. So it was great vibes. All right, great vibes all night. This is a barrio in Colombia. Maria interviewed some of the boxers. This guy's tough right there. That guy's real tough, by the way. He might make it. He might actually make it. He got some good hands on him. All right, this is my brother Rob Rose right here. The guy did the interview.
Artists in the building, influencers in the building. You know Aaron in the building, getting that motherfucking special behind the scenes. Yo, this is the first time this shit ever popped off in the hood, nigga, with a whole goddamn ring, doing live fucking shows, about to get moved, going
I just want to show. All right, man. It was good vibes though. That's one of my highlights of the year right there. That boxing / concert out there in Medellin and Buenos Aires in the barrio. All right. So all good vibes, man. You can go to Medellin, still have a great time. Just be careful, family. Be careful. You know, there are rules that apply. I do consultations about Medellin all the time. Just be careful, man. Be careful. You know, it's a lot of victim shaming, a lot of tough guys in the chat, and oh, this won't happen to me. This won't happen to me. Hey, listen, man. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's always on point 365, 24/7. All right. Let me catch some of these comments and we'll get the ball rolling. All right. I might drop a link, man, because we in here deep tonight. We got 119 in the room. Do me a favor, hit that like button. All right. I got a first night super chat by my man Cool Cat with a $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, "What up, fam? What countries are you considering setting up the new base in? Did you leave Medellin?" Yes, I am no longer in Colombia. You know what's funny? When I dropped those videos, I dropped that live, I got so many calls. I got a lot of calls. Hey, man, just that and the other. You know, people talk about you're not going to visit Medellin no more and all this. I'm like, listen, I just said I left Medellin. You know, I never said I would never go back. But for right now, if you visit Medellin, Colombia, be extremely careful. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Be extremely careful. All right? So what countries are you considering? Okay, so what countries am I considering? I'm considering Southeast Asia again and Africa. That's what I'm considering for 2024. Eastern Europe as well. I like to move around, so I'm gonna go to some different countries this time around. All right. Gregory Dunn asked, when am I out there in Medellin? Is there like a Passports group chat or something? Yes, there actually is. Especially in the Passport Bros Facebook group. I'm not sure if you're in the Passport Bros Facebook group, but it's a lot of information on on Medellin in the Facebook group as well, in the group chat. Somebody said Rob Rose, the man that escaped death twice. Somebody said Puff Daddy. You guys in the comment section, man. 11 at 5'9", y'all would have leave America. All right, I want to give a shout out to my man Jay Rags in the building. Hold on, let me get back to rolling. All right, I want to give a shout out to my man Jay Rags in the building, one of the more popular DJs in Medellin, Colombia. He's been out there for quite some time. He says everyone should know that there are 2 to 5 million people in and around Medellin. This is not a small place. Very true. That is very true. And once again, family, all right, Medellin is not all of Colombia. Let me put that out there once again. Somebody says be extremely careful of what? Come on, man. You don't know of what? Fully loaded statement. Who's going to come for you if you are specific? No, man, you should know that they're drugging people. They're drugging and robbing in Medellin. Shit. I thought we already passed that level. You should know that. Wody Maya is traveling throughout the English-speaking Caribbean. Shout out to Wody Maya. He says he's actually going and seeing the culture. Okay, we all go to see the culture. Somebody said 2 more Passport Bros got scoped by the 2 strags. Y'all still going there? Yeah, there seem to be every day, damn near, it's going to be stories on Medellin, Colombia. All right. AWC's, I support you, BMT. Keep it up, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Why they trying to scare us and still going to Colombia? Why they trying to scare us and still going to Colombia? I mean, some guys love Colombia. You know, some guys got families. Some guys are married. You know, people love Colombia. I'm still going to go to Colombia. What's that? L Array. He's so hit. Hesso hit. El Array Hesso hit. Brother, I don't know how to pronounce that at all. But he said, would you rather get robbed by a Colombian girl for a few thousand or lose your house and have your assets in the American divorce court? The risk is the same. That's a different type of risk. That's a different type of risk. All right. You're not going to lose your life or get drugged from an American divorce. But I kind of try to understand where you're coming from. Somebody said neither. Shout out to my man Andrew Baker. There's thousands and thousands of tourists visit Medellin and don't get drugged. I mean, I haven't had any incidents, knock on wood. I know a lot of guys has been living in Medellin for years and had without incident. But I also know a lot of guys that have been drugged. All right. I know a lot of guys that's been drugged. I know guys that came out there on the first night and got drugged and robbed. All right. So that's definitely something you have to look out for when you in Medellin or in the country, in Colombia in general. All right. Somebody said, Thailand 15 years ago, you get drugged and your organs removed. Okay. All right. We got 149 in the building. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. And once again, for all the paid members of the app, you will have early access. You should check your email and get a chance. We sent out a mass email to all the members of the Passport Bros app. Currently, if you hit the icon, it's broken. It's not working because we had to move to some bigger servers. So make sure to check your email and sign up for the beta version of the V2 app today. Guys are loving it. All right. It's real good. Let me see if I can do a quick sneak peek. Let me stick my head in here for a hot little second real quick. Let me show you the new V2 app that we've been working so hard on. All right. Let me get the super chat real quick. Cool Cat, $5 super chat says, BMT, would you ever hit some common spots like Jamaica? Yes, I've been to Jamaica, the Bahamas, Barbados, and Trinidad. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And I love Jamaica. I actually love Jamaica. My favorite food is actually Jamaican food, actually. All right. Let me see if I can present this real quick for the fam. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Yeah. All right. Let me remove this. Hold on. Let me make sure I pull the right one up. Okay, yeah, here we go. And I appreciate that $5 super chat. Cool Cat. All right. So, guys, this is the new app. All right, it's the beta version. Let me remove this real quick. Yeah. All right. Just a little sneak peek of the app right there. Like I said, if you was a member, check your email to sign up today. And we're going to be dropping the app in the next 48 hours, January 1st. All right. Now, keep in mind, guys, we still are raising funds and money. All right. This is the beta version. So we want to expand on our technology, keep it up to date, keep it fast, keep it crisp for the family. And you can contribute to the Indiegogo campaign. Remember, we're still working. This is a work in progress, but we want to always keep you guys in the loop on what we're doing. We're constantly working, man. My development team, shout out to them. I want to give a big shout out to them. They was working all night on Christmas to present this to the family. All right. And once again, this is just a web version, but we definitely have the app that's going to be available in 48 hours. All right, family. I just want to put that out there. If you're a paid member, make sure to check. All right, make sure to check for the app. All right, the link. Conspiracy Man 3 Strange Land said the app is genius. Keep the haters out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're doing. That's exactly what we are doing. And we got doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs. We got all types of guys in that app. We got so many new features. We got co-ed groups. That's right. We got some exotic co-ed groups for the family too. All right. So it's going to be popping in there. Audio rooms, live feeds, everything in there. Yeah, man, it is. It is. We're getting a lot of good comments. We're getting a lot of good comments about the Beta V2 app. All right. Because them guys, I'm telling you, my development team works. They're working right now. They are working right now hard for the family. Right? They're working hard on behalf of the Passport Bros. All right, let me throw that banner back up. All right. Let's get this thing back. All right, so I'm going to drop a link. If anybody want to slide in and chop it up, let's chop it up for a little minute. Appreciate that, Bo Anderson. I appreciate that. He says, congrats, BMT. Yeah, man, we're working hard. L. Ray, we are not worried about haters right now. You're going to have the haters. All right, let's see what we got here. This is Jimmy Jam. Hold on, let me. Jimmy Jam, you there?
Yeah, what's going on, BMT?
What's good, my brother? How's everything going with you?
No complaints, sir. Doing rather well on this Saturday.
Excellent. What's on your mind, bro?
So I really don't have nothing on my mind. I just want to cut it out with you. Just wanted to say hello. Also I need to check on that or check up on it on the new app, the V2 on the app. So I got to check on things out. Do have a question. Because I'm with Andre and Andrea, part of Ace Lives Driven. You see, I'm a member of yours. I know a lot of people have been talking about a lot of issues that's been going on in Medellin, but nobody really talks about, except, well, I heard Andre talk about, but nobody really talks about the other cities other than Medellin. So it's just my personal question, like, if you had the opportunity to live anywhere else in Colombia other than Cali, Medellin, Cartagena, where would you go? Because I'm actually thinking my basis should be Barranquilla. It's something about Barranquilla that caught my eye. I was looking at Barranquilla and Santa Marta, but Barranquilla is really calling me now. So, what's your personal opinion?
You beat me to the punch, man. I was going to say probably Barranquilla.
Okay.
Some of my dudes gonna get mad at me when I say this, but I would say Bucaramanga too.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's close to the Venezuela border, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, let me
I'm
try.
not sure, but it's very nice. Very nice, man. So
Let me try.
Barranquilla is nice. It's just so hot. It's really hot. You like, hot ass city, but it's beautiful though. Women are gorgeous in Barranquilla. I'm pretty sure you already know that. What's good? Get your passport, gentlemen. Travel.
Hey, how you doing, BMT? How's everything going?
Man, everything is going well, my brother. Everything is going well.
That's good. That's good. So I would say, and if you're going to Colombia, I would say Salento is a pretty good place to go. That's in the mountains, the hills. There's a beautiful valley out there where you can do horseback riding. And then you go upside the mountain, and then you sit on the condo wings and things like that. You could go there in Colombia. That's a good place to go. It's over on coffee country. And so that's another idea for people to go in Colombia. I think the future of the Passport Bros are bright. I just think they have to broaden their horizons as far as the countries that they decide to go to.
Okay, so you think that Passport Bros should kind of expand outside of the big three, I guess you want to say. Big three, big four?
Yeah, because I believe that Sosúa and Colombia and even sometimes Brazil is a little bit overly saturated. I think that there's a lot of more safer places to explore. Like, for instance, Mongolia. There's
Man said Mongolia. Where is that?
Yes, Mongolia is it's now, don't get scared, but it's in between Russia and China.
Oh, you talking about Asia. I'm thinking you're talking about Mongolia and Colombia somewhere. Okay.
No. But places like that, it's a lot colder. But the culture and the
Talking about what they did the Golden Child at. Is that Mongolia? The movie The Golden Child, Eddie Murphy?
I'm not sure if they did it there. I thought they did the Golden Child with Eddie Murphy in China or Japan somewhere.
Whoa, who's that? No, who's that? Put somebody on mute.
Yeah, but I would do that. I mean, even places like there's Turkmenistan. There's places like that.
Oh, I did an interview with a guy from there.
Yeah. There's places like that that's untapped, very. And then there's places like Panama. I mean, Panama ain't that far.
Exactly. I might be in Panama. I don't know.
And it's a lot safer. It's a lot safer.
It is.
Than Colombia, because a lot of the countries that I just named, they make it a purpose to protect the tourists, because they know that they make money off the tourist dollars. It helps their economy.
Right. You know what? It's interesting, man, because even Brazil like protects the tourists. This is Colombia is
Yes,
a whole different situation where you kind of on your own. And the criminals,
yes,
unfortunately, they know this. They know this because you can get drugs scoped, and I mean, the police will come and look at you and be like, "Hey, at least you're alive." And that's gonna be
yes.
it. That's gonna be it. You basically have to hire private investigators to get anything done.
And the thing about Colombia, which I love Colombia, especially Cali. Uh, it's you got corrupt police, um, and a lot of times the ones that get caught doing the scopolamine deal, they end up getting released like a day after. So
Yeah, yeah, they do. They do.
yeah, and so you really not getting no justice. It was a European guy that just recently got his Bitcoin stolen,
Hmm.
his iPhone, all that stuff. They cleaned him out. I think it was 15,000 euro they took from him, and he's
Yeah,
still
man.
stuck in Colombia as we speak.
I know a young brother right before I left. I mean, I just kept hearing story after story after story of guys losing 13,000, 9,000.
Yeah.
Like just we still trying to figure out how they get into these accounts and why the banks aren't like, why would a bank not flag somebody drawing out their life savings overseas? That's just crazy to me.
Well, I know
But
the
guys, you
thing
do have to notify once you notify your bank that you're gonna be overseas, let them
overseas.
know.
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
them know that, hey, I'm on a $500 maximum a day. I don't plan on draining my bank account to some other foreign bank account.
yes,
If it's over 500 in one day, because in most cases, if you're traveling for, let's say, a weekend or a week or two, you got your Airbnb and you are already paid out. That's going to be your biggest transaction. So it shouldn't be
yes.
nothing exceeding 500 per day. I know you got ballers in here. I know some ballers that like to ball out, but in general, let your bank know that, hey, I'm not going to drain my bank account while I'm overseas for 2 weeks.
And I
But
think
isn't it the same? I didn't mean to interrupt you on Passport G, but that's one of the reasons why they have so many different resources as well that you can use in other countries and just keep your money in there. So when you are traveling, you don't have to work. Like if God forbid it was to happen, you won't have to worry too much. I mean, shit. But I mean, just saying like you said, his Bitcoin got stolen,
yeah,
all this stuff, and he's still stuck there because he's basically. I don't know when this happened, but I did hear about it. But is he
yeah.
still stuck down there?
I believe so. The last time I heard that he was still stuck down there over the Christmas holiday. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the white guy. He's like from Europe or
Yes,
something.
yes, the European guy. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then too, I think I wouldn't do it if you go into Colombia. Just a little bit of advice, because I have some friends out there. Don't do Airbnb. I would get a hotel with a doorman, and that way, if you do invite company in, that person does see you going in with somebody. You know what I mean? I would do a hotel versus an Airbnb. And then
Okay.
I wouldn't take my primary phone with me. I would take there you could get a, a prepaid phone for cheap. Use that instead of using, your main phone.
But you know what, man? Let me ask the panel this. Let me ask the panel and the chat this. Do you go overseas to be James Bond, or you go overseas to just enjoy the culture and date, foreign women? Like, do you have to? If a country, you got to do all of that, and that's what I had to reason with myself. If I got to do all this James Bond shit, is it worth me even going there? I got to take a burner phone, got to call the bank, I got to do this, I got to do that. Like,
No,
maybe that's not the right place to go if I have to pre-plan everything to be, you know,
It's not
like
worth it. It's not
no.
worth it. It's not worth it.
because
Don't
I
do
mean,
James
think
Bond.
about it, man. Like, it's just like you mentioned before. Get your passport, you've been travel. The tourists should be protected, right?
Yes.
In general, like, come on, man. Go ahead and
Well,
play with the passport.
yeah, what's up with you, BMT? I appreciate you letting me on the panel, homeboy.
No problem at all, bro.
Yeah. Now, the gentleman was talking, man, and he was, he's definitely making some good points. But we also got to keep in mind where the white. I'm sorry. I don't want to get too loose. We also got to keep in mind where that European dude met that woman, and that's the biggest factor when it comes to
What you talking about? Was
these.
it Tinder?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
stay
yeah.
off of Tinder, fellas. Stay off Tinder.
T- Tinder Tinder is Tinder hasn't taken no losses. Tinder's giving out the losses, but they ain't taking no losses. So even though we can tell guys, you got to move right, you got to this, you got to that, at the end of the day, they're still making the choice to get on Tinder. And if anybody's doing any type of travel in any country, if they're not doing any research before they go to that country, we gotta hold them a little responsible too. Um,
Yeah.
Now, to the gentleman was talking about there's different places to go in Colombia. There's absolutely some great cities that you can go to in Colombia, man. Bucaramanga is a gold mine, right? Paredia, Armenia, these places, Papayan, these places are gold mines, but we got to keep in mind the kind of people that most guys that are traveling, they traveling for a specific reason. And take for example Bogota, right? I love Bogota. A lot of guys don't like going to Bogota because the weather's cold. It rains a lot. It's got a real grimy look to it because it's that
Some people
concrete
are a little
jungle.
rude. Mm.
It's got that concrete jungle look. It's always got an overcast. The females are running around. They got on all black. They got on jeans. They got on jackets. They got on beanies. And Bogota's version of Jettis is in the worst neighborhood in Bogota. So, it's not in your face. So again, there's a lot of places that dudes can go to in Colombia, but these other places won't be. What can I say? What's the word I'm looking for? Frequent. They won't
Not
get a lot of.
like not touristy.
Yeah, they're not touristy enough. They're too local. You got to really be comfortable traveling to just go to Bucaramanga on your own. You got to really be comfortable traveling to go to Armenia.
You gotta get your Spanish up too.
You what?
You're Spanish.
Spanish. You gotta get your Spanish.
Oh
up,
yeah. I thought you said your status. I'm like, your status. yeah. You definitely got to step your Spanish up too. So, but I think it's just important, that we definitely these scopes and these robberies and all this stuff, man. It's mainly happening with females and dudes are meeting on Tinder, man. It's just a fact.
You
know
right.
something about that? You know something about that too? Because I was steady thinking about how we'll go down there and a lot of guys, and I'm not gonna act like I never done it. You start thinking, you start acting like you Captain Save them, and you start looking at, oh, this woman, if she's a good woman, let me go for it instead of like upgrading your status as well when you go out to these other countries. But as you say, get the hell off of Tinder. Period. In the story.
Yeah.
I hear so many negative things about Tinder. It's just ridiculous. And to be honest with you, you gotta watch out on a lot of the apps, sadly, nowadays, because there's so many people that's looking for a handout from you because you're black and you're American. So
you gotta. There's a lot of microwave macking going on.
I like that.
microwave macking.
I'm a
put that in your next book, BMT.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But you're right because I think too, I would stay off those dating apps because that's where all the vultures go. I would say if you don't know anybody there, I would say, and if you don't speak the language that well, I would say maybe you should avoid it.
Mm-hmm. If you don't avoid it, you reach out to somebody like BMT who knows his way around, and you pay whatever consultation that he's asking.
That's true
I don't
too.
know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why people got so much pride. They think that everybody trying to scam them. If you want to do something safe, you reach out to the people who know.
It's sad. It's sad because that whole mindset thing. I hate, and I'm probably going to be disrespectful, but it's a Negro mindset. If you catch what I'm trying to go,
Yeah.
it's
But
it's,
I
it's
mean, I
crazy.
can't.
A lot doesn't get out of it.
Yeah. I mean, but you can't. I mean, I've been through the ringer of the traveling. I definitely know, dude. All the stuff that a lot of cats talk about as far as people screwing one another over, screwing one another's girls, the whole shit. I didn't seen all that. So I can understand that. And I can understand people having some they may hesitate on consultations, because I have my my little things about a consultation, but there's certain things that a consultation would be worth it. You understand?
And you know what's funny? Player with a passport. I like that name too, bro.
I appreciate
I
it.
paid
What's
for a
crazy?
consultation. Go
Everybody
ahead.
thinks that this about. Everybody thinks that the name comes from females, and it ain't got nothing to do with females.
Yeah, but I paid for a consultation with my brother Alan Harper my first time going to Brazil in 2017, bro. And I wouldn't have had the experience that I had if I did not, because I know not one word in Portuguese. I didn't know what was going on. Like, you go into a whole foreign country.
hmm
So you want to be up and all the little schemes and scams and where to go and even where to live at, man. Like, there's been times I travel to countries and I end up in a shitty ass Airbnb because I just didn't have the proper
hmm
information. But luckily, I got friends all over the world that let me know, hey, you don't want to stay in this area, this area. You
Yeah,
want to stay in this area, especially in Brazil, especially in
yeah.
Brazil, where you can get an apartment that looks. I don't know how they be fixing the photos on their Airbnb in Brazil, but once you get there, this, like.
Hey,
That's why I
but you know
always
what?
say. That's why I always say get a hotel, man. Something reputable. Airbnbs are iffy sometimes, especially when you're going.
The only problem with some of them hotels is some of them be restricted with the guests. That you gotta have one guest only. You just like, man, come on, man.
I tell you what, man. A lot of people, they dog out Pookie and Ray Rays, and I get it. But I think every traveler need to have some Pookie and Ray Ray in them. And the reason why I say that is because, listen, check me out though. Check me out. Right. Let's say when I go to Bogota, right? I got a female. She's a dentist. Depending on how long I'm gonna be there. If I'm gonna be there for 3 weeks, I'll go stay at her crib and I'll just pay her rent for the month because her rent gonna be like $200-300. The Airbnb gonna be about $1,100, right? So there's some perks to dealing with women that got their shit together, right? And
Facts,
there's
facts.
also some perks to um uh becoming a part of your community and building relationships. That ties into when people say you got to know how to move. That's what we mean when we say, hey man, you got to know how to move, right? So there's just a lot of things that go in. There's a lot of details that can help a dude in his travel experience. But again, you got a lot of cats, they microwave macking, or they just want everything overnight. They don't want to put the work in. They don't want to do anything. They want everything given to them. And unfortunately, a lot of them, they ending up getting fucked up, you know? And BMT, you had mentioned Eastern Europe earlier. Bruh, listen, man, that young, I don't know why I keep forgetting this, but that young boy Austin, man, he was in a gold mine over there in Poland and in Romania. I don't think he should have ever left. That's my personal opinion, right?
Oh
Because
yeah, he didn't really like it like that.
yeah. I mean, I can understand. He had a whatever his experience was. That's his experience. But from a traveling point of view, right? Because guys are always talking about, oh, I want to go where I'm loved. I want to go this and that, right? Man, Eastern Europe is wide open, and it's gonna always be wide open, right? And they love brothers. They love
Mhm.
brothers, and I can say that with conviction, right? Because I used to work up out of Chicago, and you had a lot of people from Moldova, Serbia, Czech Republic, Ukraine, Poland, and hey, listen, the bitches is bad as hell, and they love brothers, you know.
Okay,
But I
man.
I
And I
think when
think
black men, I think when black men think of Eastern Europe, we think of white. That's what we see, white. But what a lot of dudes don't know
Okay.
is that a Eastern European, a white girl from Moldova ain't the same as a white girl from Green Bay, Wisconsin. You dig what I'm saying? It's a different mentality.
It'll be a totally different mentality. I understand that. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh no,
Hold on,
no.
let me
Now
catch
go
this comment.
ahead.
Let me catch this comment real quick by Philip Pay Lindsay. Says BMT travels. These people gotta learn. Number one, stay off the dating apps in Colombia. Number two, freaking learn Spanish. Stop the Google Translate stuff. Number three, make friends with the locals to learn how to move. That is
That's true.
very good advice. Very good advice.
True.
All right, super chat. I want to give a shout out to Ronan, the Wandering Travel, with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, brother. We got to link up soon. It says, greatest lies in respecting others, not judging. We each have unique journeys. Guidance differs from judgment. Salute to the brotherhood. Very true. All facts. Ronan, the Wandering Travel. We got to link up soon, my brother. We got a $2 super chat by Lord Commander. He says, don't want to pay BMT, but making OnlyFans girls rich. Okay, Lord Commander. That's what's up, man. Go ahead, get your passport, gentlemen. Travel. What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say too. There's a lot of places in Africa that's untapped too, like Seychelles. There's places like Madagascar. It's a lot of places that Passport Bros can go. That is untapped.
Facts. Let me catch this comment right here, man. Watt says, real sad. When you traveling, it's more than the booty. This is why wherever brothers go to mess it up for everybody makes me sick. That's bullshit, man. I don't know why brothers be having this thing where, we had the power to mess up places that we like to go to. It's like some black men got this internalized hatred thing for some reason. Like we just hate.
But what about this? What about this, BMT?
Oh,
just think about us, how some of us grew up, because every single thing that, like when I was growing up, it was always about getting Poonie. If I could keep it G-rated, it was always about how much can you get, and that was like the mindset for the longest time. And it took me probably like maybe 30, 35. I'll probably say about 30 years just to get out that mindset and stop thinking like,
that was a real comment right there. That was real.
It ain't everything.
Yeah, I feel that.
Everything, man. Yeah. But I'm telling you, like you go with your boys. The only thing your boys want to do is smoke and run at the chicks, go to the strip club. And me personally, I've never been a strip club dude. I can't see me steady man, money away to a chick that's going to give me blue ball.
I get what you're saying, brother. But sometimes I think we judge each other by certain standards, like above and beyond standards, because of so much criticism that we get as just black men as a collective. We kind of like overly judge each other without even really knowing, man. But I'm gonna tell you, bro, I've been around these other ethnicities, the guys, they be on the same bullshit too, bro. I party with Irishmen, Asian guys, they be on some good trust.
Thailand is
we ain't the only, have a small pocket of dusty motherfuckers in our group. It's dusty motherfuckers in everybody's group. Unfortunately, ours get mass marketed across the world. You know what I'm saying? But I think we judge each other by just unrealistic standards that act like everybody's going to be on the same type of time. That's just not how the world works, bro. Some dudes going to be on that bullshit. Some dudes going to be put together. As a matter of fact, when I'm traveling, bro, I know some brothers that's so well put together. I know brothers that are like, hey, I'm gonna be back. I gotta run back to the States real quick. I'm like, well, Dad, you gonna buy a flight? He's like, nah, I'm gonna take my jet. Like, brothers got private planes, shit, traveling the world, bro. So some brothers got it together, some brothers don't. We gotta stop judging each other by these unrealistic standards that every brother is gonna be just.
I agree.
But
high value man Kevin Samuel shit. That's just not how it works.
I agree with you, BMT. I agree with you on that, definitely.
But BMT, haven't you realized that as Passport Bros, we get the most scrutiny? But as I travel, I realize that it's mostly the European guys that's getting in trouble.
Bro, I'm telling you, pull up in Thailand and just sit back and watch and see who's getting kicked out of these clubs for not paying their bills.
I was
I'm
just
telling
saying,
you.
Just
I was
see,
just
just walk down the street and pass. I'm not gonna call out the ethnicity, but just pass a group of men that you can smell 3 miles away. Like, come
Yes.
on, man.
I was just
I seen a
Yes.
watching a documentary about how the Germans in Thailand is making babies left and right, leaving the babies fatherless, going back, and
Like I
you
say,
know.
I'm not calling out no
You're not
ethnicities.
calling him out. You ain't calling him out.
Let
Hey,
me
that
tell
hey,
you,
that's why I said
Let me
Europeans.
tell you why I
That's
say
why I
that.
said Europeans.
Hey, let me tell you, I was when I was in Thailand, bro. I was living in a building full of another ethnicity, right? And this guy came on my panel. He was talking so bad. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Like, brother, I'm living in a whole building full of these guys. Chill out, you know.
I seen a
So
white boy get his ass handed to him in Bogota.
Yeah.
but
yeah,
yeah,
I seen him get beat, get beat to. He got beat so bad, females was out there crying.
I want
I
to
can
catch some
see.
spot out super chat by Lord Commander. The I really appreciate that, my man. He says box is like money. You have had enough of it. You know, it's not all that. Most men are broken to starve for cat, so they put a premium on it. Yeah, you're talking about simps. 100% correct. You're talking about simps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
And I
mean,
tell you,
you get to a certain age, man, where you just kind of be like, you can
you can
look
turn
at
her
her,
down.
tell her that she's a headache from just 30 seconds of talking to her. That's the beauty
Exactly.
about getting older. That's the beauty about being an older man. You just kind of look at him and smile and say, hey, okay, she on that
Yeah.
bullshit. You just walk away. Especially when you got a passport. Hey, when you got that passport, can't nobody tell you.
And you know what I think too is a big problem with guys getting set up too. A lot of guys are not used to being approached by attractive women in the States, and so when they get out
They're not
into
used
the
to attractive women, period.
yeah, exactly. They're not used to being approached by attractive women, period, because they looked at as being dusty and things like that. And then when they go to out of the country, they see these women approach them and they fall victim
A lot
very
of them are
easily.
dusty though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
You know what?
another thing, man, is that dudes they don't grow in their travels and they don't mature in their travels. BMT, when was the first time you traveled, homeboy?
2003.
I guarantee you ain't the same traveler in 2003 that you is in 2024. I mean, in 2023.
Yeah, I just got, matured with age. I mean,
Exactly.
I was raised by my granddad, so it's like it's a little different when you raised by an older man. You just kind of carry that energy a little bit to be a little
Yeah.
bit more reserved. My
Yeah, but
grandfather was like an old OG type of dude, no nonsense. So I just wasn't just moving like a regular little young cat out here with no direction.
I'm sure you was a little loose. You was a little looser than you is today.
I always been kind of laid back, man. I came from I was always had a little girlfriend, man. I was a little different. I wasn't wild like that in the streets back in the day.
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah, yeah.
Atlanta is a different type. But
Yeah, but you
Atlanta was just the capital of player shit back in the day.
oh yeah, I remember. But what I'm saying is that a lot of dudes they traveling and they still traveling the same way they was traveling when they first started traveling.
But
So
you know what,
they
player? I'm gonna keep it a buck 50 with you, player with a pad. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50.
keep it a
A
buck
lot of
50.
my a lot of my young bros, man, they be some of the most maturest guys out here. It'd be like guys in their 30s and 40s. They be acting a
Ex-
fool half the damn time.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The dudes in their 30s, their 40s, and their 50s. Them be the ones that be out there act. They run around like they 20. You know, and it just goes back to um just gaining that travel experience
BMT
and
smoke Newport and
maturing.
Paul balls. Where that come from?
Wow.
I never smoked a cigarette day in my life. Somebody said BMT more like a backyard barbecue type of guy. Y'all wild today on me, man. Y'all wild.
But
So what part of Eastern Europe you think about touching, BMT?
I'm not even sure yet, man. I don't have all my travel plans set just yet for 2024.
Right,
But
right. Well, I think
I know Africa is definitely on the list, man. I know Africa is definitely on the list.
Well, man, I think that's a good lick, man. You know, because like I said, I got a homeboy out there in Germany right now, and man, that's
I
all
hear
I'm gonna say.
Germany. I hear Germany
Man,
is a very untapped place too. I hear
That's,
Germany
that's
is.
you know when people say Germany, I just be like looking at the history, like, damn, is it really like that? Like, ugh.
You talking about from the '80s when the Berlin Wall collapsed or something like that? Is that the history you're thinking about?
I'm thinking about Hitler, bro.
Oh,
nah,
Nah,
nah, my
I hear
oh,
it's not like that. Yeah.
okay, a little bit further back in time, gotcha. But I'm glad Player with a Passport mentioned Africa because I thought about Madagascar at one time, but for some reason I always
oh no,
said
I
I
didn't
want to go
mention
to
Africa.
Mombasa.
I think that was the other cat.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry, my
me.
bad, my mistake.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
me.
want to take credit for something. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry. Let's make sure we have it correct. Excuse me. But I was actually thinking about Mombasa at one time just to go visit because they had a cost of living down there.
I've heard good things about
Black
Mombasa.
people. What was that?
Yeah.
I've heard good things about Mombasa.
Yeah, and pertaining to European, I was thinking about the northern side of Spain, a town called Santander. It's a really rural town outside of was it Bilbao, and I was thinking about that because I want to find some chill spots that I can go to and just relax myself instead of being around all the craziness. That's what I'm looking for.
I would point out too Ethiopia.
I might get in trouble in Ethiopia. I don't know because I got a thing for Ethiopian women.
They beautiful, man.
Oh,
Ethiopia, Eritrea is another one.
okay.
There's South Africa. Different
Eritrea is
multi.
real
Yeah,
underdeveloped.
Those are becoming hot topics.
yeah. I'm
Ethiopia,
talking.
Eritrea.
Yeah,
Big gangs.
What's the
Yeah.
deal? PWP, BMT.
You didn't change your name, brother?
Who, me?
Yeah, it's always been gangster lifestyle.
It's always been that.
Oh,
I
It's always
changed.
been gangster
I changed
lifestyle.
because I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with this channel. So I go back and forth to Big Gans, Gangster Lifestyle, because I'm an avid motorcycle rider. So I just got off. Another panel over there on the motorcycle side of things, and I heard you talking about the brothers wilding out, 30, 40, and 50 years old overseas, wilding out and going through
Yeah.
midlife crisis. Brothers, if you're
Yeah.
going through a midlife crisis, go get a motorcycle.
I went through my midlife crisis in Medellin, goddamn. Straight up.
Well, I'll tell you
Hey,
another spot that's
I
all.
want to give a shout out to Ghost Rider with 870 with $2 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. It says going to Germany for 1 year for work. Any advice? Anybody that used to live in Germany on the panel?
Nah, but I got a homeboy that's over there right now. You know what I'm saying? You reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Instagram, and I can plug you on my man that's over there. I can plug you in with him. He'll definitely give you the rundown. He retired military. He speak fluent German. Yeah, he could definitely give you the rundown.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
hit me on the gram, man. Player with a passport, PLAY_ER with a passport. I'll plug you right in.
I'm about to pull you up right now too, so I can unfollow you as well.
All right.
BMT, I want to ask you, why'd you get out of Colombia? I didn't get a chance to watch the whole video yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a 10-minute video, or I already got it done. I got to edit it. But I'm gonna give an explanation, more detail. But for me, man, first of all, I leave and move to different countries every 4 to 6 months anyway. But I just felt like it was about that time, man. I had, I think, 3 friends back to back, man. It just hit me. All of them been drugged. These guys move pretty accordingly. These ain't no shaky guys. They all lived in Colombia. And I'm like, damn, this is just a matter of time. So I decided to go ahead and leave Colombia, man. To make a long story short.
And you was in Medellin, right?
Too many of my friends got drugged, basically.
You was in Medellin, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I could say this about Colombia because I spent like 3 months in Colombia back to back between Cartagena and Barranquilla.
Money making Mitch. I just peeped your icon, brother. But go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah. But I mean, Colombia as a whole is, not as safe as it should be. But if we keep it a bean, though, is mainly I say Medellin, where tourists, traveling men specifically are being targeted, but just people in general, You know, that's where you gotta, you know, it's basically organized crime to line, you know, men that's looking for women at this point. You know, and the sentiment is not too good because they're looking at gringos as, you know, gentrifiers, and you know, they're looking at a lot of the men as just coming to look for young women, so they don't really got no sympathy for the men, and they got these mobs, they got these mobs that's lining men, you know, putting girls on Tinder because, you know, me personally, I prefer to, you know, do the in person, meet a girl in the mall or something like that. But I've used Tinder and CTG and Barranquilla and Bumble, never had no problems. It's mainly I think brothers need to lay off Medellin for the time being because we really not wanted there right now. I mean, unless you got boots on the ground, unless you already tapped in, I don't think for a first timer, I don't think the climate is good for. I prefer Barranquilla really because you know that's the most beautiful women in Colombia to me. And you know, if you stay in the north part, it's beautiful. You know, you can relax. It's not too crazy. I mean, it's not that much of a nightlife, but you know, you can get your nice little girl, nice little lineup, however you want to do it. You know, do your little work from home thing. So
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I was definitely looking at Bannakia. Definitely. So north side, copy that. I appreciate that one.
I got my man Jay Rags in the building. What up, Jay Rags? Jay Rags, you there? I gotta throw Jay Rags back on mute. All right.
Hey. What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, there we go. What up, Jay Rags?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I know you got a lot to say about Colombia.
Hello?
What's up? Yeah, we hear you. Oh, there we go. What up, Jay Rags?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I know you got a lot to say about Colombia. Hold on, Jay Rags. I gotta meet
you. Oh, he got his other microphone. He got his other channel up, so he's catching you both ways.
There's a delay. Yeah. I'm gonna come out and come back in.
Okay, all right. Okay, brother.
Hey, Gangsta Lifestyle. I'm trying to find your page on YT. I can't pull it up. Can you mind spelling it out for me fully?
Put experience on the end of that. The Gangsta Lifestyle Experience. See if it pop up that way.
Hey, yo, BMT, you did the video about old boy, and I'm curious, homie. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm curious.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Shoot.
You know, because old dude, you know, I don't know if they were thugs or whatever, up in his bar, or is those the people that he was? Are those like that's his clientele? That's his homies?
Man, no, those are all rappers. My man produced music. He's like a music producer.
So he's hanging around people who are running the streets a little bit. Then
I wouldn't say I don't know them, so I wouldn't say all that because I don't know them. But I mean, they rappers.
Passport play. That's the video you had sent me. That's what you talking about.
Yeah. Because I know that I don't know the one little cat, but I definitely have seen him out and about in Medellin.
Yeah, he owns bars. He owns a bar out there.
Yeah, no, not the brother. One of them cats. One of them Venezuelans. I think he's Venezuelan. Up in there throwing up gang signs and shit.
Yeah,
and
I saw that too. I say, he was throwing gang signs, and I say, you
told me that. You told me that.
Yeah. So my thing is that, you know, situations like that, I can't really, and I don't know this. I don't know that dude. You know what I'm saying? But if those are a person's associations out the country, I can't really sympathize with him. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, I can understand, you know, he produced music. You know, I get that. Again, I don't know the dude, but if these are your associations, you know, birds of a feather flock together. You know, and when people like that find themselves in harm's way, it just kind of come with the territory. You know, and I think he explained that a little bit in the video. He didn't quite say that, but he kind of hinted around to it. You know what I mean? But you know, between dudes going on Tinder, getting drugged and everything, and then cats associating with people that's, you know, possibly suspect, it's just hard for me to sympathize with them.
What's going on, fellas? Can you guys hear me well?
What's
Yes,
going on,
sir.
bro?
Hey,
What's
going
good,
on,
brother?
man?
Oh no, man. I'm chilling. Just in Miami until after New Year's. Just chilling right now. But
Yeah, we met in Medellin, right? At Sweet Georgia.
no, not yet. I was funny enough. I was thinking about going to Colombia the spring break, but I'm gonna hold off on that.
Hey, if anybody's a cigar smoker, man, Esteli, Nicaragua is going to be the spot. January, like I think it's like 24th or 22nd, because they having the Puro Festival up there in Esteli, Nicaragua. So if anybody's a cigar smoker, that'd be a good look. You know what I mean? It's going to be
For
a good
sure.
vibe, good good people, professionals, you know, and yeah,
When did you
definitely
say?
be something.
When did you
Esteli,
say?
I think it's like the 22nd or the 24th, somewhere around there, up in Esteli, Nicaragua.
Of
You know
what
what I mean?
month?
Okay. Hey,
January.
Okay.
I want to welcome my dude Zoo to the show. What's good, Zoo?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, tell us how we should move in Colombia, brother. You've been to Colombia. How should
Colombia, you gotta move like the locals, man. You gotta look like them. You gotta move like them. You know what I'm saying? Like Colombia is very dangerous, right? Especially Medellin. There's no sugarcoating it. You know, like buddy that went up to the little barrio. Yeah, he was bugging. That was stupid.
Yeah, he was way out of bounds.
Like the higher up you go, the less police presence there is, right? So
and that's
that
the lower
alone,
stratums.
yeah, right. That alone is like, man, you shouldn't be up here. Like without somebody you really, really trust. And from the way the whole story sounded, he didn't really know that guy, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, buddy didn't speak English at all. Like, nah, the whole thing sounded just off.
Sound like he was trying to buy a friend.
Yeah. Like he met some guy and just ran around with him. Like, it sounded like something like that.
I guarantee he met him off Uber, bro. Guarantee.
Yeah, it's some silly like that.
He was tricking on the dude. He was like paying him to be.
No, but didn't they say that this guy is a known damn, what's the word I'm looking for?
Troll.
No, not troll. He's a he's a tour guide. The guy that was supposed to be showing him around.
Yeah, usually a tour guide will know English though, right? Like, don't sound right.
He was saying,
no. Danger out of Cartagena. He knows good English.
Yeah, Danger's a popular dude though. He's
yeah. And the other dude, well, he said he lived in Houston for a little while and he got deported. The Goldie dude.
He American, so
Goldie, yeah.
He's Venezuelan, but he lived in America, I guess, 15, 20 years. Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of deportees down in Colombia. Definitely.
I say just stay on the coast, man. It's not worth Medellin right now, especially if you're just thinking with your pipe.
Not even if you stay in the tourist areas, you know what I mean? Like, or in the maybe suburban areas.
That's where they target. That's where they targeting the tourists.
Yeah, I really like Cali. Cali's my spot.
Cali is my spot. I like.
So the government is not like trying to intervene or do anything about it.
No.
The Colombian government? Nah, please, we don't care.
Hey, we have a running joke about Colombian police officers, man. They just kind of dress nice, just to kind of deter crime a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna do nothing.
Cartagena is
some of them female officers is banging too.
Exactly.
Hey, I want to welcome my man J Rax to the show, bro. What's good, J Rax?
Hey man, how you doing? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly fine, my brother.
Okay. I just wanted to chime in. I never really come in and chat, and just wanted to say what's up to the fellas and give you guys some insight on some things that I noticed living here in Medellin.
Okay.
Hey,
so
you said it right too, Medellin.
Yeah, when a double L is double L is kind of in the middle of the word. It's pronounced with a G. When it's at the beginning, it's like a Y.
Yeah, Medellin, Parque Geddes. Yeah, absolutely.
But I've been here since 2019. My wife is Colombian. I've retired here, and I'm a DJ. And after the pandemic, I started networking, and I've been DJing here maybe 150 times in the last 2.5 years. And I meet a lot of people, guys from the States here while I'm DJing, because I play a lot of rooftops. And one thing I noticed is a lot of brothers don't do research before they come here. Because, you know, I introduce myself if I see them, and they ask me right on the spot, what's there to do? I'm like, what? You came all the way down here and you're in the country, and now you're asking, what is there to do?
He just went down there looking for some ass. He's like, oh, I heard there's some good looking woman down there. But by the way, what else is there to do? Like in my spare time when I'm not trying to bust a nut.
Right. I think that's the biggest thing that I notice. Like a lot of guys don't do research. You know what I mean? Like my first time here, I was newly single. I was married for 20 years and I got in a divorce. I was getting a divorce and I hadn't even met my new wife yet. So I owned a coffee shop. So when I traveled, I still wanted to do the things that I was passionate about. I visited a coffee farm. I came here. I went to the art galleries and just shit like that. Like I had everything planned out, and I met a bunch of women. You know what I mean? So it's you have to plan your vacations or your travels. Don't just go somewhere. You know, go to the middle of Taiwan and be like, okay, what do I do now? Like that's the biggest mistake I see people doing.
Yeah, especially a place like Medellin, man. Medellin is too dangerous just to be winging it.
Yeah,
you need to know where you're going.
That's true. And I want to say another thing about.
Continue.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's how. No, I just want to say this one thing. To agree with what you're saying. It's one thing. That's how the devil finds work for idle hands. You just got nothing but time, and you just this looks interesting. You end up in the wrong spot. But go ahead, brother.
No, I just want to say one thing about the danger here. I don't know if Aaron experienced the same thing, but living here feels different than, you know, just coming here for a few weeks at a time. For example, I move sometimes I go all around Medellin without my wife at different places. And, you know, I can't say nothing really happens because one time my bike got stolen outside a dentist's office, you know, and I mean, I wasn't on the bike, but the same thing happened to me in Baltimore. So that's not a dangerous thing. That's just a thing. People see a nice bike, they want to steal it. But
if it was back in the day, I would have definitely got your bike.
Right, but living here doesn't feel like all the stuff that I see online, like the scopolamine and all that stuff. It doesn't feel like that. It's like I'm from Baltimore, right? And every day, you know, somebody might get shot or it might be a drug killing or something like that. But while I'm living in Baltimore and I'm working every day and going to my coffee shop every day and having events, I don't see that stuff. And so I'm living here in Medellin. The circle that I run in is usually in the arts, like creative people and, you know, stuff like that. And I meet a lot of local people here. I don't see that stuff. And I'm going through Parque Gerdes and Poblado and all over Medellin when I DJ. So I think it's well, I don't want to do victim blaming, but sometimes it's where they're hanging, what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Medellin a Atlanta South. You know what I mean? This is not a strip club environment. Don't come here looking for trap music in that type of lifestyle.
It's funny you say it's funny you say that. I was talking with some guys and they was like, "Yo, they trying to turn Medellin into Atlanta."
Yeah, I think they got a direct flight now too.
Medellin,
they got Delta got direct flights from Atlanta.
Right. Well, everything come out of Atlanta. That's the main hub. So every damn thing's out of there. But you know what?
You're going out partying every day. You know, you got guys. They just going out partying every day.
But that's all. That's all. Majority of them want to do is party. They're only going down there for either pay for play or just to party, and then that's what's happening. But as Jay said, you know, because I'm from Baltimore too. I'm from Southwest. I'm from Southwest City to the day I die. So, but I mean, like as you say, you know, you got to be careful. I mean, were you careful? Because like you say, your bike could have got stolen. But I can tell you this for a fact. I'm from where I live in the Irvington area. I'll be damned if I go up in Park Heights of Quantico and acting a damn fool. I know that's outside of my place, so I understand. You know, the same with Atlanta. I used to live in Union City, biggest mistake. I know I'm not going to go hang around a bankhead and try to act a fucking fool. Excuse my language, but right. I mean, you understand it, but
And I want to say one more quick thing. Somebody in the chat was mentioning brothers going places and ruining it and stuff like that. And I want y'all to know it's 2 to 5 million people here. We're not ruining anything.
Exactly.
And nobody is saying. One time, I don't know if you guys know this story, but this guy from the Netherlands came down here. And it was a white guy. Came down here and he was walking this woman around, this Colombian woman around in her lingerie on a leash around her neck.
wow.
Man, the Colombian people was up in arms. He was on the news and everything. That wasn't a brother.
Wow. It must have been a European.
No, he was from the Netherlands. He was a white guy.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, European.
yeah, European. Yeah.
Right, but nobody ever nobody like puts those men on blast. It's always black men or the passport bro. It's not us that's fucking shit up. Sorry for my language.
But you know that's why that's part of the media push.
Yeah. But just imagine
Jay
we started hating on the passport. Oh, my bad.
Say that again.
Yeah, is the name, is it Jay? I can't really see your name because you know, my phone is small.
My name is
Ruggs,
Jay.
Is that what it is? Or?
Jay Rags, like rags to riches.
Okay. A real good point. You were talking about when you came to Colombia. You were just
you're bogging.
You sound digital.
I couldn't hear you. You were messing up.
I think we just lost him.
Yeah, I think we lost him.
I swear.
I had a question though. I wanted to ask with all that's being said about Colombia, like I wouldn't go down there looking for like women and nothing like that. Just to experience Colombia, would you still recommend?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What city you going to?
Listen. 5 years ago, I met my wife on Colombian Cupid. Now, but that was 5 years ago before the pandemic. All those apps now are crazy.
Yeah, they really are.
I think the app's still cool outside of Medellin. Like, it's really just Medellin.
Yeah, it is because I'm a little older, and so I can't date women my age. Like, I look younger than I am. I'm 56, and there's no way.
I thought you were in your early 30s.
Man, there's no way I'm going around the world meeting somebody, a 56-year-old woman. So the apps help you narrow shit down.
Y'all don't want to hear what I got to say about that.
I want to hear it. Go ahead. Speak.
The only thing an old woman could do is point me in the direction of where the young woman is that looks the way she used to look.
Oh my God.
Oh, you an auntie? I bet. Show me where your niece at. Right. Oh, your daughter's in junior college? Oh, word? Say less.
Oh man.
But you know, is in every country I traveled, is always a scrutiny when it comes to when black men do something. And so I think like you were saying, Jay, is always a negative push when black brothers get together and travel or do something like this, like the Passport Bro.
Yeah.
But like I say, Europeans, everywhere I travel, is always Europeans in another culture always getting in trouble with the law. It's not black guys. It's not black guys that are.
Hey, every time I go inside Dolce Vita in Cartagena, it's white dudes in the bathroom doing lines of coke. You don't see us in there sniffing coke.
Yeah.
I'm getting kicked out of the club.
Now,
There's
let me
always
ask your brothers
Europeans.
this.
Damn, I got kicked out of Dolce Vita.
Let me ask your brothers this.
I got kicked out for filming.
Oh,
For filming.
Yeah.
It's mainly the white.
I don't think Lenard Thomas has spoken. Lenard, you there? Is that Lenard?
Yeah, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
You buzzy though, bro. You sketchy.
Sound a little staticky a little bit. Maybe move to a better area.
1 second. Yeah, let me mute myself. 1 second. You guys go ahead.
Hey, I just want to ask Jimmy Jam real quick. Is that a BMW in your avatar?
Looks like a Nissan. Looks like a GTR.
Yeah, my bad. I had a phone call come through. It's actually a Toyota Corolla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say if it's a BMW, that's usually their position with the hood up.
That's fine.
No,
I got a thing for Corollas, so that's like my 4th Corolla in my lifetime. So I have a thing for Corollas. That's all that is.
that where the TRD
question,
come from?
Yeah.
Any of you guys, sorry, not to cut you off. I was just wondering, any of you guys going to Europe this year?
No Europe for me, not in the near future.
No? Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I was thinking of going back again to like Germany, but I was thinking spring break either Prague, like do a Paris and Prague a little bit, and then in July I was thinking about Switzerland. My birthday's in July, Switzerland. I was wondering if anybody around that time, like if any of the brothers you're gonna be doing remote work or if they're gonna be going around that time, just to not necessarily go together, but just to link up like, hey, I'm gonna be at this club, this, that, and the third, to hang out at like a cigar shop, something like that. I was
Hey,
wondering if anybody had plans to
BMT,
go to Europe this year.
BMT, let me ask you, you ever been to the Afro Colombian Festival?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to Afro Colombian Festival, no.
What do you mean, like
Where is
San
that?
Paso?
It's in Cali.
It's a lot.
I know they got one in Choco.
They got one in Cali called the Alvarez Petronia Festival, something like that. Nope. Alvarez Petronia Festival, something.
Cali is my favorite. Cali is rich in history, man. It's
Yeah,
Cali.
Cali vibe.
Yeah.
Cali is beautiful. It's
What
wonderful.
is it? Boulevard del Rio, Saturday night, big ass salsa party.
Anybody going to Carnival in Barranquilla?
Carnival's in August, right? Or is it in April?
No, it's in
No,
February.
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 I went last year.
Okay.
I'll be in Colombia, but I'm just gonna miss the carnival. I'll be in Cartagena.
Yeah, what do y'all have lined up for the year?
I'm going back to Thailand, possibly in April or May of next year.
BMT.
For me, I was thinking, like I said, Prague, and ideally, like I want to do like Prague for like 2 days, but for the main, like first 5 days, either France or Germany, and then in May, I'm thinking of going for like 2 weeks to Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
Santo Domingo, Cartagena, Barranquilla, Trinidad, Panama.
Speaking of which, BMT, I might need to get someone that can give me a console for Rio, because I'm waiting. I'm probably not going to do no traveling until like close to the middle of the month. I mean, middle of the year. I'm waiting to hear back about this job in Sao Paulo with a major airline. So I'm waiting to hear about that. So I'm definitely need to get a consult with somebody that's working in Brazil.
So you've been to Sao Paulo, right?
Yeah, Sao Paulo's nice.
What's the vibe out there?
It's cool. It's cool. It's not like Rio. It's a little bit.
Question: What do you think about the whole Yeah, I heard that too. But what do you think about the whole thing of the mandatory visas and having the $2,000 in your account?
I think that's more the new president.
Personally, I would just throw it in like a little BS account and let them see the balance, you know. But I wouldn't give them my real bank. Hell no.
So do you need all that just to vacation there?
No, they said you only have to show it once though. Well, like for the first go around, show that you have it, and they won't ask you again for 10 years.
I heard it's only if you're gonna be there for more than 30 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard that too.
But to be honest with you, I think it's a good idea because what if you have some? I hate to say it, some riffraff steady trying to act a fool. They going down there, act like they ain't got no damn sense. I mean, they're going to be like, oh well, hell, forget this. I ain't got that, or I ain't got a bank account, so they're not going to go. So
right, it'll keep a certain element out of it.
Right, but at the same token, if the locals know that as well, they'll be like, oh, okay, well then, what can they get out of it as well? So it's like a double-edged sword. But I think it's a positive for the fact that it keeps a lot of the nonsense out for people that do want to go visit, enjoy see the sights and learn about the country and the culture.
Man, so I
Somebody
left
say they left Ireland
going back.
and never going back. I wonder what happened in Ireland.
Bro.
I wonder what happened in Ireland.
You got pinched by a leprechaun, maybe. He's trying to steal somebody's Lucky Charms or some shit.
Got 200 in the building, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button. And remember, if you are a paid member of the Passport Bros app, you did receive an email. Check your email, guys. That's a link to go ahead and sign up for the V2 beta test. The app is on the way.
I got that link.
In the next 48 hours.
Yeah, I got that link. I think it was yesterday.
Aaron.
I got that.
Go ahead,
Aaron, just want to mention something about the future of the Passport Bros. I think that if black men that are traveling or all men who are traveling just stay in front of the narrative that, you know, a lot of us are just traveling for experiences and a better way of life. You know, the women are going to come too, but push back on, like, when people mention stuff like, you know, they're just traveling for ladies or sex or whatever it is. If people can just push back on that and tell a different narrative, you know, I think the future is bright. But, you know, a lot of times people just sit back and let ridiculous statements just go. You know what I mean? We're not just traveling just for women. It's a lot of other experiences. Like I don't care how bad Medellin gets. It's gonna take an act of God to get me to move back to the States. My cost of living and my quality of living is great. I have great health care and a bunch of other stuff. So, you know, it's not just about women, you know?
I mean, it's hard to do that because a lot of the publicity on TikTok is dudes just showcasing the tricking and the thinking what the
Right.
It's not even TikTok. It's like mass media, like
it's mass
corporations
media
that are carrying nonsense stories.
They're not even showing themselves pulling like organic. They just showing like showcasing tricking and all that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I think it's the mass media. I think it's TikTok. I think it's a lot of the ladies hating on Passport Bros. And I think it's just a lot of people that's just pushing that narrative like they always do when it comes down to black men.
Where we're wrong was you had dudes like antagonizing the females and like being a part of the gender war thing, you know, taking like a bitter tone. So that made like the women want to put a showcase on the Passport Bro thing, like, okay, y'all want to talk about these women is so much better, and you know our vaginas stink and all this, so we gonna be on your head. So if dudes had never took that, you know, gender war stance, it would have never got like that.
Well, I think too, what made that blow up like that is actually it was a celebrity that came out and said that 85% of women don't know how to properly clean themselves, which is true. I'm in the medical field today right now. I'm at work right now. That is true. Yeah, it is true. They don't know how to properly clean themselves during menstruation. The more partners a woman have, when her fluids mix with some men's semen, they can get infection. That can cause them to smell. There's a lot of things.
Body counts are real with a lot of women, sadly. That's the sad thing about it.
Yeah. So I think the whole Passport Bro movement was geared towards showing other men that there's an option. I think that was the big deal. It was meant for just men, but I think when women got a hold of it, they ran with it.
You know what's funny, man? It's just hilarious to me that in 2017, when I got on YouTube, with some YouTubers, right? They got on panels, and I was like, hey, man, guys should get their passports. Guys should go to Brazil. Guys should go to, DR. These guys were running me off panels, calling me all types of names, insulting my family, calling me a coward. And these same YouTubers today are endorsing Passport Bros. Even one of the YouTubers like Anton Daniels say, I'm telling you guys, go get your passports, man. I'm like, bro, you was talking so much shit. But he did let me come on this show and let me explain the Passport Bros ideology and everything. And that got him thinking. And now he's just like, you know what? Get y'all passports.
Yeah, he exploded. Exploded on them.
BMT,
Same thing with
BMT,
him.
that was a good show because you had to go on there and clean it up after Jay Rello.
But yeah, the same thing with Coach Greg Adams too, man. Same shit. He was criticizing us. I mean, we was getting criticized by everybody.
But the thing with Greg Adams,
their narrative. But now it's just like, you know what, guys, the Passport Bros might have been right. Go get your passports.
Greg Adams, he talked about it in his book. I never read the book. I heard him talking about it in his book about get your money up and travel overseas. And then he came out against traveling overseas. And then he came out for like he's flip-flopping all the time.
And then too, you
He
got
shouted
brothers
me out a
that's
few
just
times. So shout out to Coach Greg Adams. You know.
yeah, and then there's brothers too trying to sell courses. So they trying to sell. A lot of them too are trying to sell.
Hey, did y'all see that interview
dating courses?
My bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother. But y'all seen that interview I did with a guy? This has had to be about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. That paid Fresh and Fit like $500 for like a course.
Yeah, I heard about
He got mad. I said, "Well, bro, what you thought you was gonna get for $500 Fresh and Fit?"
Yeah, I heard about that. I was just like, wow.
$500. That's the plane ticket.
But just think of the mindset of a lot of men nowadays, because we, including me, we grew up with such toxic households without our fathers around, and not even positive male figures, that we were lost. I was lost. Damn. I was lost just growing up, and it's like, and then like as time go along, I'm seeing how, you know, just being disrespected by not just the women in your household, the women on the streets, and you know, you grow up, you're like, the hell with this. Y'all female dogs ain't gonna do this to me no more. The hell with that. And once you start opening your eyes up and then start surrounding yourself with more people, you be like, damn, I'm a king. And I'll be here to let any of you riffraffs or rugrats or whatever the hell they are, you're not going to do it.
And
I'm
you
not
know
going to
what?
let y'all disrespect me or bring down my shine.
Give them some statistics. 54% of us black men are single and childless. Childless. 33% of us are married. Mm-hmm. So a large percent of us is in the upper middle class. So black men are doing well, you know, so they shouldn't have much to say. The problem is because we're not bowing down to the masses, you know, that's the problem. And so they have a problem with us passport bros.
And that's a problem, right? It's a problem.
I didn't even see you in here, brother. Welcome to the show.
Yo, what up?
What's good, my brother?
Hey, man, I can't complain, man.
What's up, man? That's what's up. Let me catch a super chat real quick by Mr. G 1804 with a $5 super chat. He says, "Of course, they let ridiculous narratives go on because they're coming from from YouTubers. Y'all be too clicky for me." Appreciate the super chat, Mr. G 1804 with a $5 super chat, man. Also, I appreciate Jimmy Jam TRD. He's also a member. He gifted me 5 travel memberships, brother. I really appreciate that. Mr. Fantastic 8224. I know you got something to say on this, brother.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, you know, you guys are Passport Bros were right. And like it's a major thing that's happening. And you know, it's like the age old, I guess, finesse 2 times is cool when they do it, right? So everybody's coming around, man, because I think what it is like, you know, a lot of dudes from, you know, like you mentioned Anton and older cats or whatever, man, that's not really out here like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not in the dating market. They're not really on the hunt per se. So, man, it's not that bad. You're just this, you're just that, you're just this, you're just that. But they're starting to see more and more every day that, it really is that bad. And not only is it bad, it's getting worse. So the option of, you know, going overseas, and whether it's for marriage, whether it's for relationships, whether it's for leisure, whatever it is, it's just crazy, man. You know, and the depolicing, that's the major part of it, bro. People just love depolicing black men, bro. So once you understand that, man, you know, hey, just travel, bro. Because like I said, I mean, what's the problem with it? And what makes it so crazy is you do the research on it. Women have been doing it forever, and women been doing sex tourism, and nobody said a word. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Documented.
they still number one. I think white
Yeah.
women coming from Europe are like the number one sex tourists in the world, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
exactly. And then, like you say, when you start looking at the best part about it, man. Shout out to the brother. Get your passports. I don't know your name, brother. The one on cam. The stats, man, is what's making all this stuff come together. Because the narrative is one thing, but you know what I'm saying. Men lie, women lie. The numbers don't. So we start bringing up, you know what I'm saying. Well, women are the major travelers. And what about Stella got a groove back? That was like over 30 years ago. And she literally bought a dude, you know what I'm saying, that like dudes, you know what I'm saying, back over here.
I'm talking
So
about
it's just
the
a lot
real,
of stuff.
Stella got a groove back, the real.
Yeah, the real one, yeah. The one that the story is based off of, yeah.
Terry McMillan.
Yeah.
Terry McMillan. Hey, that was the funniest interview ever, man. Because everybody was like, whoa, hold up, this is your guy? Like, he's cool as hell.
I remember she was on Oprah, and the guy was on Oprah many years ago, and she
Yeah.
was actually a sex tourist, and she picked him up.
Yeah,
She was one of the bamboo. She was she was a bamboo girl. One of the
bought
bamboo
him
floating
and
on the
brought him
bamboo
back.
rivers. Yeah. And I think Africa is making a law banning a lot of European women from coming over there because they're fooling with underage men.
Yeah, the Gambia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the Gambia, yeah.
Gambia, Jamaica.
They be going hard over there, man. Them women be like 65 years old with like a 16, 17-year-old, bro.
Oh, yeah.
What else do they have other than Gambia and Jamaica?
DR, Dominican Republic, Punta Cana.
Oh yeah, they be in DR too.
Now imagine. Now where do we have if we were all looking for that? Where do we have?
Thailand, Brazil.
But you know what I have noticed about traveling too?
Exactly.
I've noticed that foreigners are starting to get the narrative on females.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know that they starting to have a negative view on certain females traveling out of to their countries now.
That's the sad truth. Because just like I said, no matter where you go, even just us black men alone, we're a hot commodity over there, damn the entire world.
Yep.
But the women, they only got a few places. So that's what they want to do. That's fine. If you out there about your pay to play, that's fine with me as well. But we're still a hot commodity wherever we go.
The major difference is like guys can be in their 40s, 50s, whatever, go overseas and find a woman that genuinely wants to be in a relationship with them, that will love them and have a family.
Right.
For them, it's not. Most men overseas don't want to be with Western women. Just keep it $150. And it's all transactional for the older women that get younger guys. It's totally transactional, 100%.
All 100%. Transactional. Yep.
Like ain't nobody flying into America to date the women in America, bro.
No way.
That's for sure.
No way.
That's true.
What? Maybe some African men, but even still, when they come here, they want a younger woman. But that's very rare with them also.
I mean, it happens. There's some rare exceptions. I see it sometimes, but for the most part, I think a lot of women are upset out of the fact that if they man find out that he can get a passport and go elsewhere, then it's a wrap for him. It's a wrap.
And then I think a lot of women are upset too that men are typically solution based. So when a problem is presented to us, we find the solution. We found the solution. Yeah, we found the solution that they can't stop, and that's what scares them. See now,
they've got the government to put a stop to it.
Yeah, they even trying to petition the government. But here's the thing with that though, it's so many military men that living overseas. So what you gonna do? You can't. I mean, come on, what you gonna do?
Well, the American government, they ain't really tripping.
That is true.
Anyway,
that is true. They can make it more expensive.
They're leaving. Okay, great.
Yeah, that is true. They could pull some strings and things like that. But I think what it is now, the females starting to see the guys that they got in their friend zone is no longer in their friend zone.
And they don't like that, and they don't like it at all.
Their friend zone is getting passports, and they don't have no backup plan. You know, so
Yeah, they do have backup plans. They have backup plans, cats and dogs.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true.
Because I said this on another panel. The hood dudes or the dudes that just came home from jail who they want to go after, them dudes is getting their passports too.
Oh shit! Don't tell us that.
Well,
what it is, BMT? I got a friend. He was locked up for a while. Well, I mean, he been home for a while, and he was like, yo, take me over to DR with you. I say, yo, get your shit together. We can go.
I'm glad you did that too, because I'm not even hating on it, but I mean, like with me, there's not a lot of, I don't have a lot of positive influences from a lot of black men, except for my my Passport Bros here on YouTube, and I appreciate that. So the fact that you did that, I gotta give you much credit for that, because you said, look, get your shit together, let's roll, and that's how it should be.
He really did get it. He really did get his shit together. He got his shit together so much that he was on the cover of Men's Health magazine.
That's what's up.
Oh, that's
shit,
good.
that's what's up, bro.
Wow.
That's good. That's good, man. That's good.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, we've been at it for a minute, man. We've been at it for a minute. I want to thank everybody on the panel. I know guys about to get to it on I think this is not New Year's Eve, but tomorrow will be New Year's Eve, 2024.
Yes.
So I hope you guys are safe in your travels, man. I'm gonna do another show. I'm gonna do another show tomorrow. So appreciate everybody on the panel.
Y'all have a good night. Happy holidays.
Good night.
Yeah.
Peace,
Keep flying, my brothers. Keep flying, my brothers. Don't give up.
All right, peace.